So following on the video where we introduced you to David Beardsmore, David Beardsmore shooting and what he offers and how he works with Premier guns. I mentioned before that I had my own personal gun fitting Beretta with Dave, so I thought what better way to actually explain a bit more about the VIP trip, what it can give to you, the customer, and also perhaps open up some of the guns that you thought you liked them, but perhaps didn't think they quite suited you, which is where the 486 comes in. So, Dave, perhaps you could tell me, or tell our viewers a little bit about what you did with this gun, 486. I did bring along the spec sheet that they did for us in Beretta.
Yep.
Perhaps you can have to talk through a few things, and then I think what we'll do is if I mount the standard gun and see how far out it was for me, as much as I love the gun, just never quite felt right, and how the new gun has improved for me. Perhaps you can discuss it.
Yeah, obviously the service that we offer is taking clients to Beretta for a custom fit experience, VIP experience. The differences between a standard gun and a custom gun, well, if we could have a little look here straight away visually, yeah, you can see the differences. However, so when we talk about gun fit, and which we touched on earlier about the different dimensions, first of all, we have length of pull, we have cast, we have comb height, pitch, and again, incredibly important, pistol grip radius. So when we're designing a stock and fitting a stock to a client, we have to take into consideration all these dimensions. The difference between a custom stock and a standard stock is that the standard stock is standard dimensions, and you can just see as reference the difference between my physical size and Aid's physical size is we're completely different, obviously. So therefore, the same gun off the shelf is not going to fit us. So standard dimensions versus custom dimensions. So that's what we do with clients. They choose their gun, and I fit them alongside Beretta stockers with a custom stock, and they get to choose their options. They get to choose their wood, their forend style, their checkering style, their pads, ovals, engraving, etc. So yeah, a brief description of between standard and custom. There you go, Aid.
Yeah, I say it was quite an experience. I've worked with Premier guns now for quite a few years, and we're always discussing gun fit. And we can fit guns off the shelf pretty much near enough. But it wasn't until I experienced myself having my own gun made to my dimensions, you actually realise the difference it actually makes, the feeling of the gun. I'm not saying I'll probably shoot this gun any better, but it certainly feels right, and that's sort of halfway there at least. What I'll do is we'll pick a couple of the guns up, and if I just take the standard gun, which is probably easy to start with by comparison, and I'll mount the gun to Dave, and basically Dave's going to go through the basics of a fitting session. So none of the detail he'd normally go into with the VIP trip, but for now just give you a basic idea of height, length, pull and things like that. So right.
So here Adrian has the standard Beretta 486 off the shelf, standard dimensions. So Adrian's going to mount this for us so we can have a look at the difference between the standard gun and his custom gun. So Adrian just shows that it's empty. Yeah, definitely empty. That's wonderful. So if you can pick it up and point it that way for us, that would be great. So as you can see, Adrian's got a very good shotgun mount. Me and Adrian have spent a lot of time together making sure his mount is correct, and as you can see, it's great. But obviously you can see that this shotgun doesn't fit Adrian. Adrian, as you can see, is a big unit, so let's have a little look at what's wrong. So first of all, you can quite clearly see that the shotgun stock is too short, so the length of pull is incorrect. The pistol grip radius doesn't suit Adrian's hand. Adrian has big hands, so this pistol grip radius is too small. Also, if we have a look here, we can see quite clearly that this shotgun is far too low in the shotgun comb for Adrian. So the shotgun comb is too flat and the dimensions are too low. We can't see Adrian's pupil sat on top of the rib. Adrian will now lose visual contact with the target. Also, this can cause many problems. Also, to note one problem that this can cause, it can also cause the left eye to take over in the shot. So it's very important that we get the comb height correct for many reasons. We want the shotgun to be shooting where Adrian is looking, so the point of impact is correct. So just an overview of this. The shotgun stock is too short, the pistol grip radius is too small, and the comb height is too low, too flat for Adrian to shoot. Okay, so Adrian's now got his beautiful custom Beretta 486 shotgun. Adrian came with myself to the Beretta factory, and he went through the process. Now you can see straight away that you can tell the difference between the custom gun and the standard gun. Obviously straight away you can tell the beautiful custom stock and the options, different coloured pad. Adrian had a nice oval as well. So we're now going to look at the gun fit difference between the standard and the custom stock. So Aid, if you could mount it, just show it's empty. Thank you, that's brilliant. Okay, another great shotgun mount. So you can tell straight away that the shotgun length, the length of pull is much better and now suits Adrian. The pitch is great. Pistol grip radius, much bigger to suit Adrian's bigger hands. That's fantastic. If we come round to the front here. Okay, so now if we look down the barrels, down the rib, we can see that Adrian's pupil is sat on top of the rib, which is great. That means that the comb height on this particular shotgun is correct. Also, his pupil is sat in the middle of the rib, central, so the cast dimensions are also correct. So overall, we have the correct length of pull, pistol grip radius, pitch, cast and comb height are all correct on this custom shotgun, which will make it much more comfortable and enjoyable for Adrian to shoot.
Well, thanks for that, Dave. Hopefully that's given an insight into what we can offer through the VIP experience with Beretta. And also something a little bit different. The 486 would have been, because of the old man's gun in a lot of ways, or the side-by-side would have been. 486 has tried to bring that up to date, but obviously, as Dave pointed out, this current gun doesn't fit me as much as I want it to fit me. And so I took the opportunity to go on the VIP trip. I was hosting it as well, but it was a great opportunity with the VIP trip and have the gun fit with Dave. And I got this good. I'm delighted. I'm happy. It's just quickly going through. Obviously, it is a standard 486. Dave has helped me with the stock dimensions. My choices were I would upgrade. So I went from the standard 2.5, 3 to this is the 4, which is a great experience going into the gun room and actually selecting your own blank out. And the day after, it's actually turned into a stock. Now, we've got a video that we've done, which we'll put in the description as well or below, for the VIP trip. We've also did a video on the 486 guns that we did last year, which will include that as well, so I'll go through more detail on 486. But this video is really just to show the VIP 486, if that makes sense. So again, essentially the same barrels. This I chose a 30-inch. This has been the standard gun. I changed the length on the gun. I've got a palm swell on my new gun. I've got a higher stock. I've got a cast slightly different. And obviously I've gone for a much higher grade wood as well. So I say it's no lie when it does feel like an extension of your arm. So to add to that something a little bit different, I choose to have some super extended T chokes. Not to everyone's liking, obviously on a side-by-side, but being as this is, for me, a sporting gun, it's a clay shooting gun mostly, I just fancy the idea of having extended chokes. A little bit different because, as a lot of you will know, the barrels on the side-by-sides are 18.4 bore, which would mean your standard HP chokes would be 18.6. So teak very nicely, actually made some custom 18.4 board, titanium, super extended chokes on there, which a lot of people might think looks a bit odd, but it's a little bit different.
It's a classic all-rounder.
It's a little different. So this is the custom worksheet that Brett do for every customer that comes on the VIP trip, and it's for yourself to take away. But I say it breaks down exactly what they've done, the dimensions of your new stock, which is quite a nice little memento of the
It's your dimension sheet which you get to keep.
Fantastic. So having been on the experience myself, I can actually thoroughly, heartily recommend it to my customers. I've been through it all, having gun and fit. But the price difference isn't an awful lot. You might be quite surprised. Obviously, we can't go into great details on YouTube, but however, if you feel contact us here in the shop, we'll happily discuss different options. It does vary between model to model, and depending on what grade of wood you go with as well. But certainly, it's surprisingly affordable. Right, David, well, thanks for coming in and sharing knowledge with everyone, myself included. So I'm still learning. I say the trip in February for me was a real learning curve, and I've got something to show for it at the end. Not a bit of paper, but I've got the gun that I always wanted. So thank you for that, Dave, and look forward to working in the future.
You're very welcome. Thank you.